Hello, everyone, and welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Saturday, September 7th, one day before we start the Akiba show on Sunday the 8th. And I just have a few updates. And the main reason I'm making this video is I want to update on a situation that's been brought to my attention by Robert over at Big Sumo Fan, and that is unclaimed gift cards that I've bought and then sent to people because they won a prize and then they never use the gift card on the website. So that money's just kind of floating. And just try to see if we can get some of that straightened out. Okay, so I want to tell you about what's happening with Terunofuji. We want to look at the day one matchups because those are published now. It's obviously 24 hours before it's 3:30 in the afternoon now on Saturday, but 3:30 tomorrow I'll be watching Sumo Live day one action here in Japan. So, but before I get to, well, let me do that stuff first. So if you're just kind of in, you just want to know about the Akiba show and what's happening, we'll get that out of the way. And then if you want to stick around because you've ever won a prize in one of my contests, then please stick around when I finish talking about tomorrow, day one, and listen to what I have to say about those unclaimed prizes, because I would like to be able to get that issue resolved. Okay, so I can share my screen here and well, I'm not going to share that with you. Okay. So first of all, I just wanted to say Fred got in touch with me. I normally use Fred's chart. This is Fred's website. He just brain farted. He thought the Bansuke was coming out on a different day. And so when I was making the welcome video, he hadn't made the chart yet. But there it is now on the website. You always have the option to put it as a JPEG or a PDF. So here it is as a PDF. And all the great bells and whistles that he comes up with. You can see the movement of everybody. You can see Tobizaru. Whoa. Tobizaru went 9-6. Oh no. Oh, that red dot looks like it goes to Tobizaru, but it's not. I was gonna say 9-6 and he goes down. No, 9-6 he went up. Okay. This is to Takayasu, this red line up here to the 0, 2, and 13. He went way down to M15. And we can see the unexplicable 6 and 9 for Nishiki Fuji here, moving straight over to M17 with a two-match losing record, and still staying in the top division. The three guys that came up from Juryo, Kitanowaka, Shirokuma, and Onokatsu, and where they are, and the guys that went down to Juryo, Onosho, Asanoyama, of course, and Chiyoshoma. So if you're interested in his chart and you like to see what Fred has updated, as you can see here, he updated on September 5th, which was just a couple days ago. So it's all current and up to date. So yeah, you can go check that out. All right. So what we have here on the main website is, if we go to absent Rikshi, we can see, unfortunately, Terunofuji has pulled out of the tournament. He hasn't been able to sufficiently recoup, from all the effort that he put into winning in July. And supposedly he's lost like 10 kilos because of the diabetes and some of the other stuff that's plaguing him. That's like 22 pounds. That's a lot of weight in just, say, 6 weeks. Hasn't been able to sufficiently train to get ready for this tournament. So one of the things you can do when you're a Yokozuna is sit out a tournament and it doesn't affect your rank. It's not like when you're an Ozeki, you have to keep fighting all the time. He can obviously, as you know, if you've been watching sumo for any length of time, Terunofuji has been absent from whole tournaments, and this is going to be another one. Hopefully, but no indication that he's going to retire or anything like that from his Heiya, his stable master, Isagahama. So he should be back in November, and hopefully he will be in Fukuoka, but he won't be there in Tokyo here starting tomorrow. No big surprise that Asanoyama has also pulled out. We knew that leg injury or knee injury, I don't remember. Somebody leave it in the comments, the specific. I know you guys know what specific thing he hurt, like a ligament or something. He has to have surgery. It's going to take months to recuperate. a lot of you are very sad about this. I've been seeing some interesting chatter on Twitter about it. Yes, I'm just going to just keep calling it Twitter. You know, that's what it is. And the fact that, you know, he's going to go down, you know, he went from Maegashira down to Juryo. Now he's going to go from Juryo down to the third tier division. And he'll probably, when he finally comes back, he'll probably be down in the fifth or even the sixth tier of sumo. And again, have to fight his way back up. And, you know, he's not getting any younger. Let's just put it that way. And so somebody who was once touted as maybe becoming a Yokozuna, Japanese-born Yokozuna, will probably now never even become an Ozeki. And it's just sad. There should be some way these guys can sit out from injury and not be demoted as much as what happens to many of them. You saw it happen to Terunofuji. You saw it happen to Tochinoshin. And, you know, sometimes they fight their way back, and that's part of the great part of their story. And he had done that, right? He had, you know, the first time he got taken out, that was his own fault. But this time, obviously, it's a medical excuse. Myogiru is another longtime a veteran of the top division who's down in Juryo, but must be having some problems, and he has to pull out of this tournament and finds himself, you know, he's going to get demoted from Juryo down into Makushita, and he, you know, we'll just have to see what's going on with him if we get any updates. And then, you know, the other guys in the lower divisions, I don't think Enho's in here. He's the most notable name now in these bottom areas. Let's just make sure. Yeah, no. So he should be showing up on day one. Oh, sorry if I'm going to activate yours. Hey, Siri, stop. I hate doing that on video because, you know, I know some of you guys have a HomePod or something like I do. Okay, so that's who's not showing up. And they, you know, they know this ahead of time. So when they're making the matchups for day one, they take that into consideration. So we've got Juryo one-man Chiyoshoma, who's no, you know, stranger to the top division, fighting Nishiki Fuji. Kitanowaka is taking on Shirokuma, which is kind of interesting because both of these guys just came up from Juryo, right? He was Juryo 3 at 8 and 7, and Shirokuma was the Juryo champion at Juryo 8 with a 12 and 3. So did they fight each other last tournament? Let's check real quick. Yes. And Shirokuma lost on day 12. So Kitanowaka was the winner there. They fought each other in May, and Kitanowaka won. And they didn't fight each other this month. So, yeah, you know, it's just interesting they paired each other up. But they often do that. The 16 will go against the 16, 15 against 15, 14 against 14. And they do that kind of until they can't anymore. So they wouldn't have been able to do that. Well, I guess they kind of could have. They would have had to found somebody for Nishiki Fuji to fight. But with Terunofuji pulling out, they have one less guy in the top division. They can pull up this Juryo man and kind of run this, you know, your rank mate, as it were, 13 against 13. So Onokatsu making his debut against Ryuden, Roga Tamawashi on day one, Endo Midori Fuji, Wakatake Kage all the way up at M7 now. Another man who's fought his way back up into the top division, taking on Shiranoumi, Meisei Gonoyama, Shonana Umi, Ura. We keep it going here until we get to here. And then Shodai Koto Shoho is the last rank versus rank number, same number, M4 versus M4 there, East versus West. And then we're up into the top ranked guys. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All 7 of these matches will be on the Patreon for day one. And we've got Daisho versus Wakamoto Haru, Takakeisho, who's a Sekewake this tournament, don't forget, trying to get 10 against Mitakeumi, the former Ozeki. Kirishima, also a Sekewake, but no bounce back for him anymore, against Oho. Onosato taking on Atami Fuji, a fun matchup on day one. Abi taking on Tobizaru. And then we have, we have no Yokozuna, and we only have 2 Ozeki. So Hoshoru going first on day one against Takanosho, the M1, and Kotozakura in the Musubi no Ichiban, the final match of the day, taking on Komusubi Hirada Umi. So they'll just rotate. tomorrow, I'm sorry, not tomorrow, day two, Hoshoru will be in the final match of the day, and then Kotozakura and back and forth, assuming fingers crossed that they both stay in the tournament for the whole 15 days. The other thing you won't see if you have tickets to the September tournament is you won't see the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri, the ring entering ceremony by the Yokozuna, where he wears that big rope, belt, and the two guys come out, the one guy with the sword, and he does his own special little ceremony before the day's action starts because he's not there. So it's kind of a bummer when the Yokozuna's not there, but it can't be helped. So those are our matchups for day one. What else should I throw in, guys? If there's a particular matchup you really want to see, let me know. I know Ura is so popular with you guys. I'll probably throw the Ura match up on Patreon. I kind of want to keep an eye on Wakataka Kage, and I want to see what the new guys are going to do. So who knows? I might have 9 or 10 matches up, which would be like half the matches on Patreon. And then down in Jurio, let's see what we got. Anything really interesting? Aoyama, of course, the veteran, way down at Jurio 13. So he's got to get a Kachikoshi, basically, I think, at this low rank to stay in the Jurio division. Takera Fuji supposedly is going to show up and fight on day one. So the former top division champion down at Jurio 11. So we'll see if he is in fighting spirit. I'll be interested to watch that match myself. I really like Asakoru. He's one of these guys coming up that I just enjoy watching him wrestle. So I'll probably watch his match. Not sure if I'll throw it up on the channel or not. And then we've got some of the names you guys know. Hakuoho taking on Dayamami. And Shishi is a popular wrestler from Ukraine taking on Tamashoho. And Onosho from the top division taking on Toki Hayate in the final match for day one in Jurio. So probably maybe a couple even Jurio matches on the Patreon for day one. Okay, so often to give away prizes, I use Robert's service called Big Sumo Fan. I'm not affiliated with this site in any way other than the fact that I think he offers good, really, good merchandise at decent prices, and he's a really nice guy. I think if you ever had a problem with something shipping or anything, he would help you out, no doubt. It's a small enough business that he's very hands-on, and we've just become. I've never met him; he's never met me, but we've just become friends over the years because we have we both love sumo so much. And so what I'll do sometimes, which is what I just did for one of the guys who won second place in the July contest, is if you want something that he offers, I'll buy you a gift card, say for $25. Let's say he came in second place, $25, and you can spend it on whatever you want at Robert's shop. And then if you want to spend a little more and get a couple items, that's up to you. And then, of course, there's shipping and handling. If you live in the United States or Canada, it's very reasonable. If you live somewhere else, he can do it. But obviously, then he has to figure out how much it costs if you live in Europe or South America or something like that. So over the years, I bought gift cards for people, and he just sent me an email recently, and I'm actually going to stop sharing. And he just said, "Hey, Jason, just so you know, these people have never cashed in their gift card. So it's money I spent, but that's on like a card digitally, Uh, I don't know if he would let me use that money to give the card to someone else that, let's say, because I'm, two people randomly that are channel members are going to get a prize. Now, they might want me to mail them something from Japan. They might enjoy a gift card. So I don't know exactly how we're going to work it because I don't want to take someone's money away. But for some of these people, it's been years. So I feel like they've forgotten about it. So I'm just trying to put it out there. And I'm going to say, like, when the tournament was, what the prize was, and if you at all in your brain think, wow, I did win a prize one time, I wonder if that's me, then you have to email me, jasonsumo@gmail.com, and jasonsumo2023 at gmail.com, And then, you know, I can look up your name and figure out that it's really you because, you know, any random person could say, oh, yeah, I was the person, I won the prize. Well, I can figure out if it's you, but I'll do that research once you come forward. So let me go down the list here. I got to switch this around here in my computer screen. Okay. So the first was in October of 2023. So that would have been for 1 year ago, the September Basho of 2023. Somebody won a gift card. Maybe I should just look up these names. And $25 and never claimed it. Okay, so a year ago, if you won if you won the contest, please contact me. Or, I mean, you know, you don't really even have to contact me. Use your gift card, please. You know, June of 2023, so that would have been the May Basho. Somebody got a gift card for $20, never claimed it. October of 2022, so now that would have been for the September Basho 2 years ago. Somebody got a gift card for $20, never claimed it. May of 2021, so height of COVID. So that would have been the March, April, May. Probably that was the May tournament because it was May 28th I bought it. So that would have been right after the end. So the May Basho of 2021, over 2 years ago, somebody was supposed to get $15, never used it. Oh, two that time, May 28th, 2021. There's two for $15 that never got turned in or cashed in. And then the other one he has still outstanding is, oh, well, the day before. So three from the May Basho of 2021, all for $15, never used or cashed in. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6 cards that have never been claimed. If you think that's you, you know, maybe hunt through your emails, or contact me and say, hey, that might be me, and we'll research it together. And I'm gonna kind of put like end of year, maybe. Let's say I'll put end of year. I'll mention it one more time in the November tournament, and then if these are still unclaimed by the end of 2024, I'm gonna give them away as like New Year's prizes or something in 2025. Because yeah, I think Robert can facilitate that, you know, because they're in my name. I paid for them and they're, you know, they should be used. I want you to use them. But, you know, if somebody can think of a better way, you know, or something, leave me a comment, DM me. You know, my email is, you know, and if you want to enter the contest for this bus show, the link is in the welcome video. Go. I guess I can put it down in the description box here too. I'll put the link to join the contest in this video. So you still have a couple days. I always put the deadline on day 2, Monday. This time it's September 9th, 10 p.m. Japan time. So you do have a time to react to, hey, Terunofuji's not there. I picked Terunofuji. What am I going to do? And I need to change. Or if anybody else doesn't show up on day 1, we'll find that out tomorrow. Okay, that was it. Just wanted to check in, say hi. I'm working on the prizes, was able to figure out who needs a prize still. I'm gonna go to the post office. The really cool stationery store right near me just closed. It's a bummer. It's where I used to get all my padded envelopes. So I had to order some from Amazon. That delayed me about 3 or 4 days. There's only kind of certain days I can take off at lunchtime from work and have time to go to the post office. You know, I'll go get like KFC or Moss Burger or something. Moss Burger is kind of a McDonald's-ish chain here, but much better. And then be able to swing by the post office and mail you guys stuff. So yeah, I'm going to get to it next week for sure, but excited for some day 1 tomorrow. Hoping you guys are ready to watch with me. And yeah, join the contest if you haven't done so yet. And I will see you tomorrow on day 1. Okonomi says hello. Okay, peace. Take care.